Mommy's recording, guys, okay? Hey guys, I've been working on a huge epic project and I'm finally done and ready to share. This is gonna be a two-parter though. It's a lot. Yeah. So that's why I haven't uploaded a video in a long time, because I have been like working on this. This is the largest project I've ever done, I'm pretty sure. Let's get started. I'll show you what I'm doing. Project all started when my friend was telling me how the pandemic was really taking the fun out of prom dress shopping for her and her daughter. This perked my interest because when I was a quirky, offbeat high schooler, I wanted to make my own unique prom dress for myself, but didn't. I chickened out, guys. In this video, I will be sharing with you my progress of making a fairy tale princess prom dress with many inspiring, crafty ideas for you along the way. To make this dress, I'm going to need to make a ton of flowers, like hundreds. I've made many fabric flowers before, but in this project, you'll see I've leveled up my game. I've used 100% polyester fabrics like taffeta, satin, and chiffon, my IOD stamps, and some different kinds of inks. Specifically, one of the little blossoms from the sprig stamp set was very useful in creating a multitude of different flowers. I will be making purple asters, hydrangeas, and roses for this dress. I got this really pretty silk variegated thread. I'm adding more detail to some of the flowers with free motion sewing, just sewing right on top of my ink lines before cutting them out. If you switch up the colors and layouts of the flower petals, you can create so many different species of flowers. Playing with different opacities, textures, and patterns can really give you an abundance of options. These are bespoke, not perfect, but made with love and more detail than something you might find in a store. Using a wood burning tool was such an improvement, rather than fussy cutting and sealing the edges with an open flame. This method is safer in my opinion. It is time saving and you have more control for greater fine lines and details. Okay, so we have our little flowers and varieties of fabric. So we're going to layer them up. I'm going in the center and just making a smallish hole in the centers. So these are what I'm going to put in the centers of the flowers. Okay, so I'm going to just bundle 3 together, fold it in half, and then put those through the holes. Now I'm gonna knot this just to hold it, just so the knot is bigger than the hole, so it doesn't fall through here. And there it goes. Isn't that sweet? So sweet. I can imagine if they were in like pink, you could say they were cherry blossoms. Here I'm using my Painterly Roses stamps on sheer and pink satin fabric. Now I have my little rose petals all cut out. We're gonna layer them and arrange them. So here I'm kind of like putting them all like in the middle, like layering them all in the middle, which is pretty. But if you like wobble the layers a little bit, I think it looks nice when it's like all loose, depending on what kind of rose you're going for. I mean, I like variety anyway, so some, if you like pile them all centers, it looks like you're looking straight on, straight down on the rose, where if you like wobble them around, it looks like you're looking at them on an angle. So layer them how you want, whatever you think's pretty. So I'm gonna sew these together now. So let's go on over to the sewing machine. And my machine has my presser foot down, and I got my free motion foot in there. So what I'm gonna do is, let's start with this guy here. So I'm just gonna put that under there. And you could use a zigzag stitch if you want, like, even more, like, busyness going on. But I'm gonna start on the outside of the center petal, and I'm gonna spiral in. Okay. And I think I'm going to do a little stitch here just to hold those petals down a little more as well. And I'm going to do it like in a C shape with a little wobble. Let's cut away all those little threads. Cute. And as for these guys, I'm just gonna like follow the inside of the little blossom there. So not only are you sewing your pieces together, you're adding a little bit of detail as well. Okay, so we got ourselves some flowers put together here. We finished these guys with the little stagnant and stemmy bitty things. And now we have these roses. See, this one I used the zigzag stitch when free motioning them together. Okay, so let's show you some other ways we could add centers to these flowers. So you could do some French knots in the centers. That would be really cute. You could use beads. You could use ribbon. Okay, let's do some with some beads here. There, that's quite cute. Okay, and this guy over here, if like these are like come off as very formal in comparison, like these are the silks and the taffetas and the chiffons. This one was made with just like a variety of like cotton and linen threads fabrics. Excluding this guy here, but yeah, if you want to make something that's a little more casual and sweet, like kind of isn't it kind of a little cottagecore-ish, I'd say, then layer up some cotton fabrics, and you can see adding a button to the center is a sweet little touch there. For my hydrangeas, I stamp clusters. No need for masking because I'm layering groups of 3 together on top, and I'll be adding glass beads to the centers of each individual flower. But what would flowers be without the greenery? The Fruitful Harvest stamp set has a lovely apple branch which I use to create my leaves. I could not find the right color green in the fabric. I had much better luck in the ribbon selection. I should probably mention that I'm doing this in a well-ventilated space because melting plastic is stinky yuck yuck. I like mingling different ink colors together. Each stamp impression has its subtle differences this way. And like my asters, I'm adding even more texture and detail to some of my leaves. I love that sound. Okay guys, so that was how I created the flowers for this dress. This right here is a little mock-up of the sleeve. So I wanted to show the client the flowers together to make sure that she did in fact like the colors and everything. This fabric right here is just sheer curtains from the secondhand store. So yeah, it'll be a much prettier fabric. Here are a few more projects, a few more little projects you could make with your flowers if you so choose to make some. And also, if you have any good project ideas for fabric flowers, put it down in the comments. Bye. Hit that bell and subscribe button. In part 2, I'll be sharing construction and the finished dress.